Lex Luthor, Morgan Snickeroo. So much soul about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about to sock the knees. Golden Goose is on dude.
What's up? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flex Luthor, and none other than Morgan Snickeroo. Today, guys, we are accompanied by a guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Nicki, content creator, blogger from Atlanta, Georgia. On my page, I share outfit ideas that you can wear with your sneakers, basically, and a little bit about life on a budget.
I like it. I had to change the intro up a little, guys. I didn't know how Nicki wanted to be introduced, so I was like, I'm gonna let you handle it. But yeah. But yeah,
you started calling the shots, man, like a director. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, because I got lost a little bit. I was like, this is different, so I had to change it up real quick, Yeah. On the spare. But yeah, so we got Miss Nicki here to talk about content creation, budgeting, sneakers, and all that great stuff. So we're gonna start off with what we wore today. Morgan, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first, man.
Yeah, I lied. So I finally got me a pair. I got the AEs. I'm not mad at it. I will say this. It reminds me a lot of the Flight Posit. This reminds me a lot of the Nike Flight Posit. Mm-hmm. Comfortable shoe, seems durable, but I do see that there's going to be like a crease going on here. Just because it's a lot tighter down here than it is up there. But overall, nice pair of shoe. I think once I get the All-Star pair, I'll be good. I think I'll be good on the AE one.
Yeah, but yeah. They got a Georgia Bulldogs colorway coming out. That's black and red. Have you seen those? Yeah, you're gonna need those.
Not cool on those, but it feels like the Hoyas. I would take those, like Georgetown. But yeah, nah.
What's a Hoya?
I don't know. That's what they call.
Bro, me neither. I don't know.
All I know is the Georgetown Hoyas.
So today I wore the Adidas Crazy Light Crazy One. Whoa. I know. This is Kobe Bryant's first shoe with Adidas. Yeah, this is an interesting shoe, and I think that you could pick them up recently on Adidas for like $48. So original retail is $160, and you could get them for $48 right now. So yeah, awesome shoe.
And
Nicki, what'd you wear today? Oh, sorry, there you got it.
I have on the Jordan 1s looking green because I just love Jordan 1s. Y'all probably wouldn't know that already, but love me some Jordan 1s. Love the color waves that they come in, and definitely love these. I just love green. I love how it pops on my skin tone, and yeah, I just love everything about this shoe.
I like that. Is a good shoe. That was one of the Jordans that I actually picked up. Either was it last year or this year when those came out? But green's my favorite color. Last year, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I picked those up last year, and yeah, green's my favorite color. It's like from the DMP pack. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to have them. I'll put the black laces in them though.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, I put the black laces in them. With Jordan 1s, except for the Chicago's, I try to match, or just with any shoe, I try to match the tongue with the laces. So that's kind of like a rule that I go by, but there are circumstances where I don't do that.
Yeah, I just go with whatever laces that comes in them. Pretty much.
I got you. I got you.
I still gotta give me a pair. I'm more a fan of the color blocking, which that one uses. That kind of goes with the yellow sole, blue sole type deal thing. But yeah, I still gotta give me a pair. It's on the list. We'll get it eventually. I'm not the biggest fan of retro ones, but there's some certain colorways that I grab. But yeah.
Flex got skinny ankles, and so his feet look, his legs look like they drowning.
No, look. So they would actually look smaller. I mean, but that high tops would be my choice of shoe with the small ankles. But you know, I'm more just, I don't know. I've never really been into the retro one, which is kind of weird because I love the Blazer, and the like dunks, and they're kind of all just in the same little family. But I don't know. Retro ones has never really been my thing.
So, Nicki, with you, with the type of content that you create, you know, we understand that you do a lot of stuff about budgeting. And if you think about being being a sneakerhead, there is not much out there about budgeting, right? It's the best financial advice you get from a sneakerhead is sell sneakers to buy more sneakers.
Or wait till they go on sale.
Or wait, I mean, but wait till they go on sale, right? How do you find, you know, how do you find it, or how do I ask this? How easy or hard or difficult is it to budget while being a sneakerhead?
Well, starting off, I would say it was a little bit difficult because I was new to budgeting. I really only been doing budgeting since 2019. So I'm still kind of new to budgeting. So starting off, it was very hard doing it because not only am I trying to buy sneakers, but I'm also trying to get out of debt. I'm also trying to invest and, put money towards retirement and save money and things like that, because those things for me comes first before I actually put money aside to buy the sneakers.
Right.
So at first it was a little bit difficult trying to do all of that. So I just created me a plan and I sat down and I, just figured out how can I eliminate some bills or some debt and things like that to kind of free up some money. And once I paid off some debt and, freed up some money, I started separating my money into different accounts, which allowed it to become a little bit easier. So now I have an account for just my main bills, my necessities, I would say my necessities. And then I have an account for just my savings, and out of my paychecks, I'm already doing my retirement and my investing through there. So whatever I have left over goes into another account, which I can do whatever I want to do, like buy sneakers. So it has gotten easier over the time, but starting off, it was not easy at all. It was like, okay, I'm taking $20-$40 here and I'm gonna, put it aside. I'm going to plan ahead and see what shoes I actually really want. And then by that time, by the date of the drop, I just get on the sneakers app and go for their release. And a lot of times, sometimes I don't hit on sneakers. So that money tends to like roll over to the next time I want something else. But it's all about like just planning ahead of time for me.
Right. Okay. It's with sneakerheads becoming younger and younger. I mean, we see the kids in the videos, they're, middle school, elementary school age. Like, when is the perfect time for sneakerheads to start budgeting and being smart with their money?
As soon as possible. The younger, the better. The younger, the better. Like my son already knows like what a budget is. He already knows to put some money aside, whether it's $1, $2, whatever it is, because a little goes a long way over a time frame, you know. So I say the earlier, the better, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I like that, man, because we didn't have that, when I got into sneakers. I got my first credit card when I was like 18, and and that thing was $2,500. So I went crazy, but the interest rate was insane. So just imagine you got 16%, 20% on $2,500. Yo, by the time I paid that thing off, it was like $5,000.
Yes,
and it's important that you start early, because when you start that debt, you could be paying that debt for another 10 years. You can see that same debt you had 18 when you're 28, when you're 29, when you're 30. So it's definitely important that you start at a young age, so you learn how to budget where you can buy these sneakers, where you don't go and max out $2,500 credit card for sneakers. So I can say that I got better with money and budgeting by trial and error, really, by maxing out my credit cards, by being in debt, because I realized, okay, I don't want this to happen again. I don't want to be in this place again. So I need to learn how to continue my habit, but try to do it in a smarter way.
What are your thoughts on, obviously sneaker selling platforms? They offer the pay in 4 options, the affirms. I mean, it just seems. Well, I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on those types of ways to buy sneakers?
I've never did the paying for sneakers. I have done it. Now, but I haven't done it for the sneakers because of course they don't do that on through, because I mostly get my shoes through the sneakers app. So they don't I guess they don't have it on there. However, I have done it with clothing because when it seems to be over a certain amount, I guess that little bit coming out of your account right away, and then the payments, the other payments in a smaller amount over time. I mean, I don't have any issues with it. I say that it does get addicting, and you can literally go into debt with that as well. Because a lot of people sometimes I've heard that those balances goes up and up with the amount of money that you can spend, and some people buy from 10 different stores and have all of these, little small payments, but those small payments add up. So I would say if you are interested in those type of things, I will only do it with one thing until I pay that off, and then move on to another, purchase or whatever. But I wouldn't do it for as having one for like sneakers and then going over here to buy clothing, then going back over here to get another clothing purchase. I wouldn't do that because it can get overwhelming. And now all these amounts of money is coming out of your account, and it's really like eating up your money.
Yeah, I'm always scared of those types of things. And I know, I've seen everything. Moderation is best, and it's, if you feel, we've got large collections of sneakers, and there's an addiction there. What worries me about those, because I know I've got an addictive personality, I've got so many pairs of sneakers, is getting too far down the rabbit hole with those paying for with a credit card. Like, I don't have a credit card anymore. I had one when I was in the Navy, and it's it's not maxed out, but I also I'm still paying on it, so and I'm not I just think that there are these predatory, Affirm, Afterpay, it all sounds like a good idea, but it almost feels kind of predatory, where it's like, oh yeah, look, don't even worry about it. Like, you can go ahead and you can, you can pay for this in installments. And when I was at Foot Locker, I watched a guy who just found out about our layaway program, who was putting all sorts of stuff on there that he couldn't afford. And I'm just as a salesman, I'm okay, this is cool, but as a human being, I'm hey man, hey, that's not, you don't need it now. You don't need it now. Yeah.
I've had my personal experience with Affirm. So my first pair of resale that I bought resale was the pair from Flight Club that was $5.90, and I used Affirm, and I paid it off when it was easy. I was like, okay, that was cool, I like that. So then they hit me up you know what, we're gonna give you $2,000, do what you want to do with it. So then I'm like, hey, let me buy a $200 pair of shoes. It's only $20 a month. Bought another pair. By the end of that month, I'm paying $400 or $500 to Affirm, because that it still went up, bought so many pairs. So I feel I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. I think anything can be bad when you use it excessively. And that's one of those things. If you use it too much or you use too many of it, it's going to add up. It's going to build up. And I think it's kind of up to the person. Obviously, I know these companies know that, okay, this person may buy a bunch of shoes, and owe us a lot of money. Then this person could be smart about it. So the ball is really in your court, and they just really just bringing you the game, and you play it however you want to play it. But yeah, that's when I learned, okay, we pay one off and then we get a new one. But I was paying 3 off and getting a new one, and paying 3 off and buy another 4. And I was like, yeah, nah. So me and the firm don't get along at all anymore. Like, I cut the firm completely off. Like, the firm is no longer in my phone. I don't have anything. I'm like, nah, bro. We done had our falling out. I'm good on you.
Look, and it looks, I mean, when you look at the user face, right? Like, or the interface, it's like so friendly, and it's like so colorful, and it's like, hey, come on over, come spend your money with me. You better not be late. So, Nicki, you only buy retail. You never buy resale, correct?
I have purchased resale once, but majority of the time just retail.
Okay.
I like it.
Now for sneakerheads who, I mean, obviously, like you said, like, you know, if you don't hit on sneakers app, you're skipping, right? You don't need that pair of sneakers.
Yep.
What about what tips do you have for the sneakerheads who, you know, are on the GOAT, StockX, eBay, looking for that sneaker, but are willing to pay a little bit higher? Do you have any tips for that sneakerhead?
Because I have purchased resale before, and with those items, you kind of like I said before, you kind of like plan ahead. So, say for instance, if I have like my stepson, he wants these Jordan 11s cool grays. I already know they've already came out. They sold out already from retail. I have to go on, a resale site to get them. So, okay, I know his birthday. I know when he want them or when I'm going to get them. I kind of like just budget accordingly for that. I go, kind of price it out and see, what I'm willing to spend. So that's the first thing. I got to know exactly what I'm willing to spend. If it's over a certain amount that I'm willing to pay for him, then I may have to just get him something else. But if it's around an amount that I'm willing to pay for him, and I may just have to, put money aside from every week or every time I get paid, then that's pretty much what I would do. So I would say if you are interested in a sneaker that may have been sold out on the retail stores and you're looking to go and StockX and all of those platforms, I would definitely go over there and price it out, and then like budget your money accordingly. And if that shoe is sold out by the time that you get it, you have money now still. And if it's still there when you put the money aside, then you can get the sneaker. So I feel like it's like a win-win situation by doing it.
Yeah, absolutely. As a younger sneakerhead, I was, you're getting paid every 2 weeks. Money's guaranteed. You got a good solid job. I was like, I'll pay whatever for this. Can I afford it today? Right? Like, do I have, and afford it meant, do I have more money in the account than what the sneaker is worth? Right. And as we know now, we're all big kids here. That is not necessarily the way that you want to be spending your money. But one of the things I've noticed is that these resale platforms will push a sneaker that just released, like, hey, we got it now, and the prices are sky high on release day. But that sneaker may still have another 2-3 restocks, another they might still even be in store. And I've stolen this from Mr. Fulmer Simpson, but he always says patience saves pockets. And just this gotta have them now mentality, I feel like hurts a lot of sneakerheads. I think I've spent one where we've got a wedding coming up, so talking about budgeting and stuff. But I've spent less on sneakers, but I've been able to buy more because I'm just being patient and waiting. But I know, like you said, you've got a stepson, and that might not always be the case, where it's like, okay, they need to look fly now. Like they might not have enough sneakers to hold them over until they can get that really, really cool pair of shoes.
Right. And it just, I don't know. It's just something about giving somebody something that they've always wanted and seeing the smile on their face to get those. You should have saw his face when I got him those cool grade 11s. I was like, he wanted those, but it was just exciting to see him happy, with his Jordans, and now he want cases. It's exciting to see it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like that. So with you, when you're budgeting, like how is there a certain amount that you're trying to save up for, or is it just like if you find that pair that you want or something that you want throughout that month, that's what you're trying to budget for, or you just got an overall goal each month that you budget for?
So I at the beginning of the year, I sit down and I kind of like just Google sneaker releases, 2024 or whatever. And we all know that the dates are not like permanent. So it gives you like an estimate, of when the shoe is potentially supposed to come out. And I just Google sneaker releases. I write down all of the sneakers that I potentially want to cop. And I always budget for the men's sizes, because sometimes they do come out in grade school and I can save a little bit of money there. But I like to budget at the highest amount that sneaker is going to be. So I budget at that highest amount and I write down the dates that sneaker is supposed to come out. And then what I do is I look over, I look over my budget quarterly, but I still look into it, week to week and things like that. But I kind of like plan for the sneakers quarterly, if that makes sense. So if I know, like right now, I'm already saving for the Black Toe Reimagined Jordan 1. So putting a little bit aside every week to get those shoes when October get here, because that's my birthday month. I really want those shoes for my birthday. So it's like, okay, I can go ahead and put $16 aside right now every single week. And by the time October 11th get here, I can have like $80 or $76. I think it was when I added it up, like $100 and something. So by the time it released supposedly on the 18th of October, I will already have the money, and I've only put $16 aside per week.
Yeah, I was just, as you were just talking, you said $16 a week. And I think when a lot of people hear budgeting, they're thinking like, okay, boom, I gotta put aside 40% of my paycheck, $16 a week. I mean, that sounds like something that anybody can do.
Yep. So that's pretty much how I do it. I'll just look ahead and see what shoes come out. But a lot of times dates get pushed back, they get pushed up. And when that happens, that does kind of throw me off. So I'm left with the option of, do I just go ahead and still buy the sneakers and just put the money back? Or do I just miss out on this drop? So sometimes I have to miss out on it. Sometimes I will go ahead and pull money and go ahead and purchase, depending on how bad I want them.
So you mentioned starting the year off with looking at the releases. So with 2025 being predicted to be one of the biggest year of sneaker releases, we got so much dropping, so many great OG colorways and classic releases, and then a lot of spins on some new stuff. Are you budgeting now for 2025? Because I've already planned out stopping. There's a cutoff date within this year that I'm gonna stop, and I'm saving up for all 2025 because there's not nothing that I don't want.
So no, I haven't. Usually in October, that's when I actually start planning out my new year, because it's my birthday. Like I said, that's my birthday month. I think that it's like a new year, or whatever. So I haven't really looked into 2025, just yet. Nope.
Good luck. Good luck.
So that kind of brings us to the Bread Reimagined 1. You're a big Jordan 1 fan. The price, what they say, $250 for those Flex?
Yeah, $250.
$250 for those. So, one, is that a pair that you have looked at and kind of on your radar, or have you not even thought about that? And what do you think about these growing prices, these increasing prices?
I'm not liking these prices. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not liking these prices on these shoes, especially a shoe that I'm usually used to paying like $120 for. So the prices are really kind of like, it's really turning me off, to be quite honest. And that's why I'm being very selective when it comes to what sneaker I actually really want, and what I want to, like purchase or whatever. So with the prices, I definitely don't like the higher prices. I didn't like the price that when it went up this year as well. Just all sneakers all around. But I mean, I understand that it's a business and it's part of the, the business model or whatever. But nope, not excited about the high prices in the sneakers and only going out there what I really, really, really want.
Yeah, the price increases have really got me rethinking collecting overall. I mean, I'm just looking and I'm like, yo, 246, 236, 256. I'm just like, after you get those taxes and shipping, you starting out at 200, 210, but man, you might be paying 246. You paying resale prices a couple years ago. That was resale, like 250, 300. Now we're paying that retail.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is eliminating a lot of the resale market because a lot of people are just like, that's already resale. Like, why would I go and pay resale twice? So, but yeah, it's got me rethinking a lot of things. I definitely slowed down. I know that for a fact.
I what it sounds like is your self-control is incredible, right? And I think that's something that we lack as a sneaker community, right? Is that self-control. It was something that as I grew up, I needed to fix, right? Where it's like, you get anxious about sneakers or even buying sneakers to deal with feelings and emotions. And I can tell you that just having that control and being able to say like, no, I don't need these right now, or I need a budget and figure out what I can actually get this month. I have been able to go back and get sneakers for less than I would have paid for them, especially, like Flex said, the resale market is drying up, and I've always said like rent's always due for somebody. I will wait people out for some of these sneakers. I've waited people out for years, and you got them at the price that I want. And one of the things I've heard you say is like, set a price that you are willing to pay, and either stay below that or you just skip out on it. And I love that. I love that part of it, because I think we miss that so much, because I think people used to brag. People used to, oh man, I blew 300 on these, and I'm like, oh, that's a $180 shoe, brother. Like
yeah. Nah, absolutely.
And I think because they know that we will pay that amount because of the resellers. That's probably one of the reasons why they're continuously, going up to these ridiculous prices.
I wish I had that self-control, because you mentioned keeping that $200. When I miss out on a shoe, I'm looking how I can spend it. I'm like, wait a minute, there's a pair that I've been wanting. Let me go back and see where I can spend this to. That $200 not making it back to my account. I promise you. If I ever get in my mind that I'm spending it, it ain't going back in there, buddy. Unless I remake it again that day.
Look, wait, you gotta wait, man. You gotta wait until that light bill is gonna be due, man. That light bill is gonna be due. That reseller's light bill is gonna be due. And
I mean, I get that part, but I'm just saying, like, I'll go and get something else.
Oh, something
like,
else,
even if it's like 3 pairs.
You're right. Hey,
I'm just gonna go get something else.
I
ain't never had an AO.
Then with sometimes they'll do like a little shop drop or something like that. You'll have money in the account already.
I'll spend it again when it's shop
Nicki,
drop.
I'm telling you that that was me for a while. That was me for a while. I remember I missed out on some Travis Scott Air Force Ones, and I was like, I don't even like Air Force Ones like that. And I went to go and got some ugly Supreme Air Zoom Streak Spectrums, like but I'm telling you, I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better with managing that emotional tie to the sneakers. That's come with mental health solutions. But I can tell you, I know a lot of people that are like that. There are a lot of people who are like Flex said, that money is not making it back to the account. That money is staying out.
No, I just leave it in the account. But sometimes I do go and buy sneakers that I might want, that I have looked at it. I just, probably couldn't just add into the budget around the time because so many shoes was coming out at that time. So I will do that. But a lot of times, like, sometimes I don't even, it's sad to say this way, sometimes I don't even be knowing how much money is in that account. So I just go over there and look at it. And I'm like, oh, dang, okay. I see that, it has been rolling over because I haven't, been buying shoes like that.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
And then not only that, being a content creator now, it comes with a little bit of perks.
It does. Yes, it does.
So it's been I've been saving some money on shoes as well.
Yeah. That is always a fun part of being a content creator.
So we've talked about your product and how you create content and your love for sneakers, but something that I noticed being a follower, you don't really speak a lot about like your story on what really got you into sneakers. So I would love for you to share that with us and our audience.
Okay, so I've been wearing sneakers probably all my life. I used to hate when my mama used to dress me up in like the little Easter dresses with the with the little dress shoes and stuff like that. I used to hate it, and then growing up, I was also like tomboyish or whatever, and I just always wore sneakers. And then in around 2017, I think it was, I started dating a sneakerhead. So that's basically where it actually came from. I dated a sneakerhead who was into sneakers, had a room full of sneakers and stuff like that. And he bought my first pair of Jordan 12s Deadly Pink for my birthday. So I was like, oh, okay, I like these.
Yeah.
I like these. It was more so for me, it was the pink and the black. It was the colorway of the shoe. And I was like, okay, in my mind, I was only thinking Jordans, red, white, and black. That's the colorway that I was always thinking. I didn't think that they had any like girly colors or whatever. But when I got those Deadly Pink Jordan 12, I've just been addicted since then. And yeah, that's how I got into like sneakers. And then since then, that's when I actually start, like, I guess you would say, collecting them or saving them, because back then Flex he saved all his shoes, it seems like. But in high school, I didn't save any of my shoes. Had I known what I know now, I would have saved those. Like, I had Jordan 2s back then. I had a couple of pair of Jordans back then, not a whole lot, but I would have saved those shoes, now, but I didn't.
So when you walked into this room, what was your first reaction? Because
that is a good question. Because like, what I gotta know, what is the reaction when you see a room full of sneakers?
And you like, oh my God, like all these shoes. But I've always knew him to like shoes, but you don't know until like you go to their house and actually, because it's just like how Flex room is with all of the boxes. It's not in containers or anything like that. It's just stacked up in all of these boxes. And in my mind, I'm like, how the heck can you know which ones is what, and how you find a pair to wear? But it was like, it was a vibe for me, because it was like, oh my God. And then now me building my own collection, I can't do the boxes. I just can't do the boxes. I have to do the containers to actually see what I got going on. But it's definitely a vibe walking into the room and seeing my shoes and knowing that I can match it with almost anything that I wear.
Yeah, so I was in college, and this was during COVID, and I zoomed into a class, and I'm sitting in my sneaker room. This is the first and last time I ever did a class from my sneaker room, because like, I'm not gonna lie, and people who are listening to this, who are thinking about going to school or going to college, or who are in high school, I did not really want to be like singled out or anything like that. I just wanted to, stay in class, keep my head down, do my work, get the grade and go. So I'm sitting there, and teacher or the professor goes, "Morgan, are you shopping or working?" And I was like, I don't really talk in this class. Like, I don't talk, And so I was a little like, I was embarrassed. I was like, oh no, this is my sneaker room. I'm at home right now. So yeah, that was the last time I ever did a class from the sneaker room, because I mean, it is shocking to people. My fiance has been very accommodating with the sneakers in the house, because she's not a sneakerhead. She's not a sneakerhead at all, and but she still supports. I mean, she'll say a few things every once in a while, like, "Hey, you need to pick your shoes up," Yo, why you hating on me? But she's been very accommodating with the sneakers, so that's a good thing.
Good.
Yeah.
I like it. Most of the time when someone figure out, like, not a lot of people made it to my sneaker room, even if they made it to my home. Like, I'm like, yeah, they're not going to
sneaker room. Yeah, that door's closed. Right? I got a baby gate. Look, I got a baby gate in front of mine because I got dogs. So
yes, yeah. Yeah, and so, but when people see it, they kind of like starstruck. They're just like, they can't grasp the fact of having like more than 10 pairs of shoes. So they're like, you got like a whole room. They're just like looking around like.
But they didn't see it. They didn't see it from the jump, like from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you just have, with me, I had a closet where I just started putting shoes up on top. So and I was like, okay, I moved and it became a bigger closet, and it became two closets. So they haven't seen it grow, and it's like for me, a sneaker room makes sense because it was the next logical step. But they didn't see like everything before that. So I think it is a shock to people.
It definitely is.
So, Nicki, how big is your collection?
I don't think my collection is that big. I think I probably got maybe like 120 pairs.
So Nicki, I'm gonna stop you right there.
I don't think,
Nicki,
I don't think it's that big.
Nicki,
I'm thinking 25 or 50.
Nicki, you one of us.
Yeah. Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah, you one of us, Nicki.
I got 120, 125.
It's not that big. I got about 120 pairs.
Compared to what I see, what I see, I mean, people have like wall to wall. I'm not wall to wall. I'm just only one wall right now. But I'm not wall to wall to wall to wall. Like, I'm not all for walls.
So we're gonna have you back on here in a year, and we're gonna talk about what the walls look like.
Walls,
we're gonna, right? It's not wall to wall. Now. It's wall to wall to wall. That's all. Next year, look, it's just one room. So that's how it starts. Nicki, you one of us, and since 2017, listeners can do the math on how many pairs a year that is, right?
Yeah.
No, but that's a large amount. That's a large amount of sneakers, man. And I think that's the way we should start. Tell how many pairs of sneakers. How many pairs of sneakers? Just 3 walls.
Yeah,
3 walls.
right.
This is 3 walls. Nothing large. It's 3 walls. Maybe a couple of closets here and there. That's it.
Look, we had me and Caitlin, we had our engagement shower last week, which Flex you were supposed to be at, but
I never got the invitation.
Because I'm still supposed to ask you for your address.
Yeah.
I haven't asked you yet.
Bro, like the engagement party's tomorrow. And he looks at me, I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm just finding out about it now.
Yeah, that's on me. And Caitlin, she's very, she's working the room and stuff. Like, she's talking to everybody. I'm very much like, I want to be left alone. This is exhausting. But I heard her say, oh yeah, we're looking at upgrading our house soon. And I was like, I didn't like, oh, we are. And so she was very smooth about it. She was like, I mean, yeah, we need more space for all your sneakers. And I was like, oh my gosh. So, and that kind of brings me to my next thought, because we are living in a time now where people my age, I'm 32, I'm a millennial, they are living with the reality of not being able, they'll never buy a house, right? and houses are so much more expensive. What are your thoughts on, I mean, we have these old people who are out of touch, who are saying, oh, well, if you stop doing this, you'll be able to buy a house. If you stop doing that, you'll be able to buy a house. What are your thoughts on, you know, as far as priorities go, and, you know, who should be partaking in sneakers? And do you think that if a person is not able to purchase a house, or if they don't have a car, should they be entertaining the idea of sneakers, or just, well, you need to get this first?
Well, first of all, I am in the process of buying a home.
See, there you go. Congratulations.
Thank you. The prices of homes are expensive.
Yes.
Also, with the down payment, it's expensive. It's just so much that I did not know before. Now, until I'm going into this process that I'm just now learning. I would say if you are interested in buying a house, start saving now, because it is very expensive. Because the amount that I thought that I was gonna, need as a down payment, it has doubled.
Man.
It has doubled, and I'm sure, credit scores and all of that has, play a part in it as well. But me personally, I don't want to go in the house with, just only the minimum amount. I still want to be able to still have a little bit of savings left. I still want to be able to, if I want to buy furniture and, things like that, I want to be able to, have the money for that as well. So I just don't want to go in with just enough. So I would say start saving right away. And to answer your question about if people are in apartments buying sneakers and stuff like that, I really don't have I won't judge with that, because I'm in an apartment now too, and I'm, buying sneakers, but I'm also mindful of my money as well. I'm also, contributing to my retirement and thrift savings, and also putting money away for savings. So I would say if you are in an apartment, or you're putting sneakers before all of the important things, maybe you need to, reconsider doing it the other way around, and putting the money towards the savings and investing in things like that first. And then, create your budget, and whatever you have left over, start just budgeting for it. Like you were saying before, everybody gotta, just having them right away. We don't need them right away. I know it's, great to, get them at the time that they come out, but just start looking ahead and planning it all out, and you can be able to do all of the things.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not the person to talk to about, how to budget for a house and stuff like that. I was in college when we bought our house. I'm a veteran, so I was an older college student. And my fiance did all of that stuff. And from what I understand, from what she tells me, it was a hell of a process. Getting that stuff done.
Yes.
But you can still be into sneakers, and you can still have the things that you want and be preparing for your future. It just has to be, like you said, the big thing, it sounds like you're saying, and tell me if I'm wrong, is just planning it out. Just have a plan. Just have a plan. It seems like there's a little bit of effort on the front end, but it seems like you've got a plan, and it seems to you're able to manage it over time. It doesn't seem like it's an overwhelming thing to do.
No, it's not. But in the beginning, starting off, it really was, because at first you don't know where your money is going. You're getting paid, and you're looking at the account, and the money is just gone.
Right.
But it takes a little bit of work of just tracking your expenses, and just writing everything down. Because I'm a paper and pen type of person, so I write down everything. I like writing a lot, and I like to, I feel like once I start writing it down, and I'm seeing, okay, shoes. I'm like, hold up now.
Just leave me alone.
Hold up now. Let me see how much money are we spending on shoes this month. I wrote down 3-4 pairs of shoes. But once you start writing that stuff down, and that's the part I feel like people, don't want to do. They don't want to take the time to really pull their bank statements and credit card statements or whatever they're using to, spend money. They don't want to write every single transaction down and actually categorize that transaction, and, put put it in a category so that way they can, once they get paid, they can kind of see what they're spending in each one of their categories. I budget into categories, so I know how much am I spending on my house. I know how much am I spending in savings. I know how much am I spending, you know, on food. And then at the beginning of the month, I can say, okay, well, last month I spent, let's say, $225 on food. Let's, you know, budget. Let's try to keep that down to $200 this month. You know, you get what I'm saying? So that way I can save that $25 and put it aside maybe for some sneakers that's coming out in October or something like that.
So it's not about being perfect. It's about being, you know, adjusting to what you're doing. I like that. And I think, I mean, the thing that, because obviously what Flex and I are trying to do with the podcast and with our content, and the same thing with you, Nicki, is cultivating the community, the sneaker community, and helping it grow. And we want more sneakerheads. We don't want less sneakerheads. We don't want sneakerheads who have to sell their entire collections because of a medical bill or something like that. And, you know, I think if we can convince sneaker enthusiasts, sneakerheads to start budgeting and be smarter with their money, then I think that our community and our culture will continue to grow. What would you say is the first step for sneakerheads to start to find a budget?
Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to track your expenses. I would say for at least 30 to 60 days. You can either start fresh or you can go back 30 to 60 days. I would prefer going back 30 to 60 days because that's pretty much like the true how you spend money. And just start breaking down each one of those expenses into categories. So if you're, you know, spending money on shoes, let's just put a category for shoes. If you're spending money on food, category for food. And then at the end of the those 30 to 60 days, total up everything. See how much are you spending in the sneaker category? How much are you spending in the food category? So forth and so on. And then, you know, just take your income and subtract all of that. A lot of times you'll find out that we're really not even making enough money to cover all of the expenses that we are doing. So we are borrowing, we're robbing Peter to pay Paul, we're borrowing money, we're overdrafting. We're not even realizing it because we're only focusing on the paycheck right now. We're not thinking about, okay, well, what if something happened? I get a flat tire, car breakdown. We're not thinking about all of those things as well. And then also I would say, speaking on what you were just saying about as a sneakerhead, and if we get sick and medical emergencies, and Lord forbid if anyone loses their life and have to sell the collection as well, get you some life insurance. Life insurance is like $20 a pop. Like it's not even really that expensive compared to a pair of sneakers. Some health insurance not that expensive compared to a pair of sneakers, because I get that a lot. A lot of times I hate doing my sneaker collection videos because a lot of times people, you know, they don't know me. They don't, you know, go through my cousin and see this one video and they think, oh, I hope, you know, we don't have to do a fish fry when you pass away. You know, they say little smart things like that.
Crazy. I've never heard that. They
say that.
Nah, I'm sorry. I know. I'm not supposed to laugh. That's so funny.
I feel that.
That's crazy.
I've seen that, and you know, we gotta get the money up.
I'm sorry.
And
I will mute myself.
He muted his mic.
But it's true. I know a lot of us we do it in this in the community.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. No, I get that. That's something that we need that needs to be talked more about. I mean, as we're talking about within sneaker culture and within Black culture too. Yeah. I've always been the one. I am not a life insurance guy. I do have life insurance, but I am not that guy. And it's not because I don't want to pay for it. It's definitely not that. It's more of kind of like accepting the fact that I'm gonna die. So like,
I got bad news, brother. I got bad news, brother.
You know, no. Look, I'm not afraid of like dying and stuff like that. It's more of like leaving behind.
You got car insurance, right?
Yeah.
You are more likely.
I got life insurance too.
Okay, I was gonna say because you got.
I'm telling you, no. Okay. I got life insurance, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not the one that's like looking through all that extra stuff. Like, I'll give me life insurance, let it go. You know what I'm saying? I got it. We're good. I got it. I'm not finna look for the cheaper one. I'm not finna take a loan out on my life insurance, and I'm not dealing with my life insurance. That insurance is for when I'm gone. But my fear or like my distance from it is more of just like accepting the fact that I'm going to die and I'm gonna leave something behind. Like I'm leaving my children, my legacy, whatever behind. So that's more of what I'm fearful of. But back to the fish fry.
No, stop.
That is a crazy thing, because I've had those same types of comments on my video, like, oh, I bet you don't have a car. I bet you
I've seen that.
Parents. And I don't want to get too personal. I just want to be like, bro, you're like, all right, I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one. But
better than me.
I mean,
you are better than me. Because
I'm a private person.
I will dox myself trying to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to do that.
Because you can come to blank and find out.
Yes, because they see one video and everybody got an opinion online. So I just sometimes I let it go. Sometimes I get back with them in the comments. Sometimes it's just crazy that people before even getting to know you, they will leave something like that.
But my response is always, if I was as broke as you thought I was, wouldn't you think that like I wouldn't have so many pairs? Like, what sense does it make? Okay, this person is broke, but they have hundreds of pairs of shoes. It doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, even if I'm letting something, like, if I'm not, if I had,
because they're projecting.
Because like, come on, bro. But it's part of the game. I take it. I take that hit and like, all right. Yeah, you're right. Still staying with my mom's, man. Still staying with my mom. Little 4 walls. The 4 walls that I do got covered in 3 with shoes. But yeah, nah.
So we're getting to that. We're getting to that part in the episode where we want to do our showcase. This is where we show a pair of sneakers from our collection that we feel needs to get some shine. Flex, do you want to go first? I know you try to dog me out at the beginning of the episode. Do you want to go first? So here's what I brought today. Here's what I brought today.
I knew it.
I match energies.
I know.
So, boom, right here. So, Flex, you know what these are?
Those are the In Clothing and Saucony collaboration, the Nessa, inspired by Dinosaur.
What?
No, I'm not saying it again. Nope, I'm not saying it again.
No,
I'm not saying it again.
Say it, Flex.
Nope.
Say it. And then what's it inspired by?
Is it not inspired by a dinosaur?
Oh, brother. So
it's not.
These are the Saucony and End Pro Grid Triumph 4 Nessie, inspired inspired by the Loch Ness Monster. I'm more shocked that you never heard of the Loch Ness Monster. It's not.
Say it again. The who? The Loch Ness Monster.
Loch Ness Monster.
Okay.
Here we go.
I can't wait. I can't wait till we clip this part because I want to.
But hold on. Here's the thing, though, right? Is that everybody knows a Morgan edit against a Flex edit. So they're gonna be, oh, this is a Flex edit.
I don't know. These new ones that you've been dropping. I don't know.
Bro, the new one's been good. The new one's been good. Now stop. Hold on. Wait a minute. No. If
I would have dropped them 2 AI ones that you sent me,
those aren't good. I'm sorry. Those aren't good.
I was disappointed. I was like, I know Morgan is.
I wanted to try something different. I was trying to try something different.
I was looking at this. I was like,
the listeners getting behind the scenes on the. Anyway, back to the sneaker. It's inspired by the Loch Ness Monster, which is in Ireland. Scotland. That's what I said. Just kidding. Which is in Scotland. It's a mythical monster that is in the lake. If you look, there is a picture of, or not an animation, but kind of a picture, I guess, of the Loch Ness Monster with its head being here, legs here, and then the Saucony symbol is like its fin.
Ain't in the insole?
On the other one. So on this insole, it says, "I believe in the Loch Ness Monster."
No, like there's an actual picture of it. I thought.
Yeah, on this one.
Yeah, that's where I got a dinosaur from.
Well, because you never heard of the Loch Ness Monster.
I definitely have. I just didn't notice what
it's like calling a dragon a dinosaur.
Mm.
So that's truly embarrassing. More? Truly embarrassing for you.
Tell us more.
that's all I got.
Tell us more.
That's all I got. Flex, what'd you bring?
That's a clean pair, and now I am looking to grab it because it's still in stock.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it soon. But I brought out my Sports Blue 6s. There's nothing too crazy about this pair. It's just one of those pairs that I grabbed like at the peak of my collecting career. And I remember when I first got these in hand, I was just like, man, yo, these like so simple, but yet like so nice. And as the years went by, they kind of gained some traction. People, oh, when did those drop? And I'm like, it was there. It was in stock. Nobody grabbed them.
2014 drop?
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah, 2014.
When I
so
I'm gonna let you finish.
No problem.
When I first got that sneaker, because that was a pair I got when they released. That I think that was one of the sneakers that was kind of like the downfall for Jordans for me, because I didn't like the shape. Yeah, I didn't like the shape of those. I felt like they were very booty, like like a boot.
Very booty.
Like a boot.
Yeah, like a booty.
Yeah, they're booty. Like they weren't bad, but they're
yeah, just keep saying that.
They were booty.
Yeah.
I'll let you finish.
I got like one of these. I think it's so crazy when people start talking about the shape of the shoe. I'm just like, bro, just buy the shoe and wear it. Like,
what
it makes no sense to me when. No, it makes no sense to me when somebody like, that's not shaped like the Air Jordan 11s from '95. It's just like, it's the same shoe, bro. It's
I'm gonna tell
it's slightly different.
That is a big thing, though. That's a big thing in the in like the ASICS community, where it's like,
out of all communities.
No, truly, no, truly, like the ASICS community with like Gel Light 3s, because there's a difference between these OG remastered that Kith has been messing with, and like the ones from like 2012. Like, I mean, there's a lot of discourse.
Is it a huge difference though? Is it a huge difference?
It's the shape, it's the slope of the toe box.
Okay, well, I mean, that's different when it comes to Jordans. Jordans are like, it's maybe like this and then this. I mean, it's not.
I mean, but there are videos on how to reshape. This just sound hilarious. On how to reshape Gel Light 3s. And you'll
I thought you were going to reshape the booty.
Nah. No, there are videos, man. Like, and I've done this. I have done this with my own Gel Light 3s. You just slamming them on a set of stairs, man. Like trying to get the midsole squished down enough to get the shape right. It's funny. So,
Morgan, I'm glad that we met, and I value our friendship. But TikTok would have been the only way we would have became friends.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. You're not lying.
I'm like, what,
bro? I'm telling you, because look, when I do the edit of this, matter of fact, clip this. When I do the edit, I'm gonna post a video of like how to reshape a pair of Gel Light 3s. Man, look, you can do it. I mean, that's what people were doing back in like 2012. Anyway, Nicki, what did you?
Yeah,
what'd you bring?
So, speaking of the first thing that started me off collecting
there they are.
sneakers, here are the Jordan 12 Deadly Pink that I got for my birthday. Still in great condition.
They are, yeah.
That's the one thing I do love about the 12s. They it's kind of hard to mess them up. Mm-hmm. But I really love this colorway of this shoe. I love this pink on this shoe. And yeah, this is what actually started it off for me. And yeah.
So I'm going to ask you this, and this is a question I hate, because I feel like every woman who is into sneakers has to deal with this question, but what are your thoughts on Jordan Brand making like, okay, this is a women's, well, and they're better with it now, but this is a women's exclusive release. Throw some pink on it, throw some fur on it, boom, call it a day. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not into the ones that's like that. I do like the ones that are like really well thought out. Like I did grab the Tiana Taylor Jordan ones on Comfort.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Yep.
So I love the story behind it. I love Jordan ones, of course, first of all, but being that it is a Zoom Comfort, it is a little bit more comfortable. So I like lace charms and stuff like that. I like little fun things on my sneakers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when it comes to having it like that, I love it. But when it comes to just throwing some fur on it, because I think they are coming out with some Jordan 3s that's kind of like that. That's coming up. I don't know exactly when, but they got some Jordan 3s that's coming up that's kind of like floral. And I'm just not really into like, okay, you just making it a girly color and just putting some flowers and letting that be the reason. No.
Yeah.
I'm more so for if it got a story, if it's something I'm already into, like Jordan 1s, then I more so gravitate towards that. Now, the Nina Chanel Jordan 3s, I wish I could have grabbed those. I didn't, hit on those, but I like those as well.
Start budgeting for that resale.
I'm already on to the next.
See, I love that. I love that. The self-control. So I feel like, and I'm interested in your thoughts on this, but I feel like Jordan Brand and Nike is doing a better job with that. But I'm also not the target audience. So do you feel like they're doing a better job, or do you feel like there's still work to be done?
I feel like from the last two that the last one I know of is just the Nina Chanel ones. Those was really nice. I feel like they did a really good job on those. Like I said, I did want to cop those. I did on those. So I do feel like it's getting better. But for me still too, it's still the price too, because the price is a little expensive with these women releases. I'm trying, I guess I'm stuck on the grade school prices because I can get those a little bit cheaper. But the women's sneakers are beginning to be in that $200 range too, and I'm not happy about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can remember I think there was the dynamic pinks and the vivid pink 12s, and I remember the viral videos and photos of the guys wearing the pink 12s, and they had like a full blown suit, sweatsuit on. I think times. I remember some of the guys. There was some guys that were having on like the pink, the Victoria's Secret sweatsuits with the 12s on, and people were like having people were having a ball, man. I can remember those 12. Those 12 sold out like that, especially the pink and white pair, because I was trying to go and I'm like, this is early, I want to say 2015, 2016. This is back when grade school sizes was always left over. Always the women pairs, the women's sizes were always left over. So like it was like I just thought, oh yeah, this is a girl's, like it's not going nowhere. No, those things sold out, and I seen all the pictures, all the guys that went up there, and like all the boys, it's 10 boys, and they all got on their pink shoes and their pink sweatsuits, and they got their guns and their extendo clips. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. But you gotta love the wonderful world of sneakers, man.
Could you imagine?
It's crazy.
Could you imagine getting a gun pulled on you with a dude with Victoria's Secret across their butts?
Yeah, bro. You must not. Yo, you gotta get out a little more, because I'm telling you, you get pulled out with a full blown dress. Like, yo, what's up? That's
not the way I'm gonna go out. That's not how I'm going out.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not even trying it. I'm not testing it, because I want to be politically correct on this.
We can cut it out if we feel like it's.
Those people have been tried their whole life, and they ain't taking no bullshit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, they not. You gonna try them? They finna pull that trigger.
Yep.
They gonna throw them punches. So I don't. You got it.
So got it. And that's why we believe on this, and this is the last thing we're gonna say. We believe in treating everybody with kindness and respect. You know, and that's that. That is our.
No, we don't need no fish fries.
No fish fries. Yo, that's gotta be the title. No fish fries.
Fish fry with Nicki. But no, Nicki, we appreciate you coming on, hopping on, talking sneakers, budgeting, expressing, your love for sneakers and telling your story, what got you into sneakers. But any closing remarks, guys?
I don't have anything. Thanks y'all for having me on.
This was a blast. I think your content, I don't feel like my content is necessary. I feel like your content is necessary. I feel like your content, there should be a graduate level class on how to budget as a sneakerhead, and you have to be the person to write the curriculum, because it's such an important. Ours is fun. Mm-hmm. Our content is fun. Your content is fun, and it's necessary. So we appreciate having you on the podcast, being able to just give us a little bit of how to overtake this, and you make it seem so manageable, because I'm sure a lot of people haven't started because it seems like a momentous task. And after today, whoever listens to this, I hope that they see that it can be done, and it creates lifelong sneakerheads. So thank you, Nicki, for joining the podcast.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Of course.
And before we go, you plug yourself. Where can people find you? Set out your products and what you use. We'll all those links and stuff we will provide below in the description, guys. So be sure to check that out.
Okay, so I'm on all platforms. Just call me Nicki, and that's JUSCALLMENICKI. I do have a budgeting notebook for you guys. If anyone is interested in purchasing the budgeting notebook, it will actually help you get organized with your finances, so that way you can start managing your paychecks and seeing exactly where your money is going, and you can start, putting money aside for savings and sneakers.
Yep,
love that.
For 2025.
Love that. Yep, because look, the prices are not going down. I can tell you right now, Nike. Look, I've been doing this for years. I've been collecting sneakers for years. Nike is not going to say, you know what, man? We made too much money last year. Let's drop the price $10. I can tell you that's not coming. And budgeting is going to be more.
The color.
Yep, but they're not going to change
the color. They'll take the shoe back. They'll push it back. They'll do all that, but changing the price down.
Nah.
Nope.
Yeah, you might as well just forget that, buddy. Just save up that money.
Yep.
Save up that money, buy you some sneakers, Guys, that was our episode. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys again. And as we always say, love, peace, and sneakers.
So, brothers. Retro 7, Retro 3s, Metallic 7, Retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got